Hello, my dear children. Good morning. Welcome to the English class. Last two videos, we had discussed the first and second part of lesson number 7, Glimpses of India, isn't it? From that, we learned about Govan Burkas and the beautiful destination, Coorg. Today, let me invite you all to have a look on another place in India, Assam, famously known as the tea country in northeastern state of India. Part 3, Tea from Assam. The story revolves around the beverage tea, telling us more about its history and discovery. This is written by Arup Kumar Datta. He is an Indian writer and journalist from Guwahati, Assam. He has written 16 books for adults and 17 adventure novels for young people. He has been awarded the Civilian Award Padma Shri by Government of India in 2018. So dear children, now we can have a look on the part 3, Tea from Assam. So all of you have to open your textbook. Part 3, Tea from Assam. Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajveer's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. So, this is a story, and here you can see two youngsters, Pranjal and Rajveer. And Pranjal is living in Assam and his father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam. Rajveer is his classmate at school in Delhi, and Pranjal invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Okay, so both of them had going to see the beautiful places of Assam. Chai, garam garam chai, a vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. He came up to their window and asked, "Chai, sir?" "Give us 2 cups, Pranjal said. They slipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. "Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world?" Rajveer said. "Oh," exclaimed Pranjal, "tea really is very popular." So as their journey is starting, they are in the train, and when they are in a station, they heard the sound of the vendor. Vendor means a seller, and he is calling that "Chai, chai, garam chai," and he came up to their window and asked them, "Chai, sir," if they want chai. So Pranjal ordered 2 cups of tea, and they are slipping that steaming liquid, that is tea, and almost in their compartment are having the tea. And Rajveer said to Pranjal is that, "Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Throughout the world, every day 80 crore cups of tea is drinking by people." And Pranjal exclaimed for that comment and also said that tea really is very popular. So in this way, they started their journey, and during the journey, they had a tea. Okay. The train pulled out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in his detective book again. Rajveer too was an ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. So the train again started its journey, and Pranjal is buried his nose in his detective book again means Pranjal concentrated himself in reading a detective book. And Rajveer also an ardent fan. Ardent fan means a strong fan of detective books, but at that moment he was keener. That means Rajveer liked to have a look at on the beautiful scenery he can see through that train journey. It was green everywhere. Rajbir had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. So what are the scenery that Rajbir is seeing? And it was full of green. All the place is greenish, and Rajbir had never seen so much greenery before. First he saw some green paddy fields, and that paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. Now he can see different tea bushes are there. It was a magnificent view. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. And Rajbir was very much excited to see. That is why he is saying that it was a magnificent view. It was a wonderful view, that against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, in the backdrop of densely wooded hills, thick forest, a sea of tea bushes. We can see a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as I could see, as far as the eye can see. The place is almost stretched with these green leaves, that is tea bushes. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. Dwarfing means shortening the tiny tea plants. The tiny tea plants are very short. They are tall, sturdy, but they are very strong shade trees, and they are very strong shade. They are giving some shade also, and amidst and in between them orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. And between these orderly rows of bushes, these tea bushes are planted in a orderly row. We can see the bushes in a row, and among that, amidst, in the middle of that, he can also see some busily moved doll-like figures. He can see some figures who are busily moving like doll-like figures. So this is the scenery that Rajbir see through the window of that train. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of its tall chimneys. Rajbir also saw an ugly building in the distance, and from that the smoke is billowing. Billowing means coming out of it tall chimneys. "Hey, a tea garden!" Rajbir cried excitedly. Seeing this, Rajbir was very much excited, and he cried with excitement, "Hey, look, there is a tea garden." Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajbir's excitement. But for Pranjal, he did not have any excitement for seeing this tea garden, because he was born and brought up on a tea plantation, so he did not share Rajbir's excitement. "Oh, this is a tea country now," he said. "Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime." And Pranjal gave a reply to Rajbir is that, "Oh, Assam is now the tea country. And Assam is the largest concentration. Concentration here means largest number of plantations, tea plantations in the world, and you will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. For lasting a lifetime of you will see enough tea gardens there in Assam." "I have been reading as much as I could about tea," Rajbir said. "No one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends." And Rajbir is saying that he had been reading much about tea, and he also knows that no one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. There are many legends about the discovery of tea. Pranjal is saying very excitedly, "What legends?" But Pranjal did not know the legends or the stories. The legends here means the mythical stories. The mythical stories of the discovery of tea. So he wanted to know what are the legends that they are in the discovery of tea. Well, there is the one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. So there are some legends that Rajveer is saying that about the discovery of tea, and the one is about a Chinese emperor who always boiled water before he drinking that water. And one day a few leaves from a twig burning under the pot fell into the water. So some leaves fell into this boiling water, and it gives a delicious flavor, and it is said they were tea leaves. This is one of the story about the discovery of tea. Tell me another scoffed Pranchol. So Pranchol wanted to know one more story related to the discovery of tea. Scoffed means laughed. We have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. 10 tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banished the sleep. So Rajveer is telling another legend, and he is saying that it is an Indian legend. We have an Indian legend about the discovery of tea, and it is about Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic. Ascetic means a monk, a saint. So it is about Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist saint. He cut off his eyelids because he did not get he is getting sleep. He is feeling sleepy when he is having the meditation. So he cut off his eyelids, and from that 10 tea plants grew out. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water, drunk, banished the sleep. So this is the legend. Second legend is about Bodhidharma. He cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations, and from that eyelids 10 tree plants grew out, and when we put that leaves of these tree plants in hot water and drank, it banished sleep. We did not get sleep. So this is the two legends that is behind the discovery of tea. We have tea was first drunk in China, Rajveer added, as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai and China are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than as beverage. So Rajveer is telling more about tea. Tea was first drunk in China. Rajveer is saying that tea was first drunk in China, and it was as far back as 2700 BC. Before 2700 BC, the tea was first drunk in China, and the words such as tea, chai and chini are Chinese words. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine. So in the 16th century, at the beginning, the tea was drunk for medicine, drunk as a medicine than as a beverage. Beverage means a drink. So the tea came to Europe only in 16th century, and then it was taken as a medicine, not as a beverage. So in this way, Rajveer is explaining or giving some ideas about the tea to Pranjot, as Rajveer has read something about the tea. He told him about the discovery of the tea, and also the first people who drank the tea was China, and the words such as tea, chai and China came from chini are come from Chinese. These are Chinese words, and tea came to Europe only in the 16th century, and then it was taken as a medicine, not as a beverage. The train clattered into Marani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Pranjol's parents were waiting for them. So the train entered into Marani Junction, a place in Assam, and the boys collected their luggage and they pushed their way to the crowded platform. and there they can see the parents of Pranjal. They were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekkebarai, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. Soon the two boys and Pranjal's parents were driving towards a place that is Dekkebarai. It's a tea garden, tea plantation, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed the cattle bridge and entered the Dekkebarai tea estate. So after an hour, the car veered sharply off. Veered sharply off means moved at once from the main road. So the car moved from the main road and they crossed a cattle bridge and it entered the Dekkebarai tea estate. So they started their journey to the Dekkebarai tea estate. On both sides of the gravel road were acre upon acres of tea bushes, all neatly pruned to the same height. So on the both sides of the gravel road they are traveling, there we can see acre upon acres of tea bushes, all are neatly pruned. Prune means cut to the same height. All are neatly cut to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. And also there we can see the group of tea pluckers, the laborers who is plucking tea with bamboo baskets on their backs. We can see some bamboo basket on their backs were collecting these tea leaves, and they were wearing plastic aprons and were plucking the newly sprouted leaves, newly grown leaves. They were plucking the newly grown leaves. So in the way they started the journey to the Dekkebarai tea estate, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. On both sides of the gravel road they can see acres of tea bushes, all are neatly cut into same heights, and also see group of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their back, and they were wearing plastic aprons and they were plucking the newly sprouted, newly grown leaves, and they are plucking these newly sprouted leaves. The laborers, the tea pluckers are plucking the newly sprouted leaves into these baskets. Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. So on this way, Pranjal's father has slowed down their vehicle for allowing the tractor which is pulling a trailer load of tea leaves, and Pranjal's father gives a way to the tractor to pass. This is a second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Barua? Rajveer asked. It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. So when Rajveer saw this, he asked the father of Pranjal, that is Mr. Barua. This is the second flush. Second flush means growing the second time or sprouting period. So Rajveer knows that this is a second flush or sprouting period of tea leaves. So he asked that to Mr. Barua, Pranjal's father, and also he added it lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. So the second season, second sprouting period lasts from May to July and yields means gives out the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Pranjal's father said in surprise. So Pranjal's father was in surprise that Rajveer knows more about tea. So he said to him that Rajveer seemed to have done his homework before coming. That means Rajiv had studied more about tea before he coming to see these beautiful tea gardens. Yes, Mr. Barua, Rajveer admitted, but I hope to learn much more while I am here. Yes, Mr. Barua, yes, he agreed. Rajveer admitted that I had studied more about teas, but he had the hope that to learn much more while he was there in this tea garden. So Rajveer wanted to know much more about tea when he was here in the tea garden. So this is the way the story ends, and Rajveer is expecting to get more information about tea when he was in that estate with Pranjal and his family. Okay. Let's have the main points of the lesson. Pranjal and Rajbir are traveling to Assam by train. Rajbir is enjoying the beautiful scenery outside as a train is running. There is greenery everywhere as far as the eye can see. The greenery gives places to tea bushes. Assam tea gardens are famous all over the world as it has the largest plantations. The Chinese are said to have discovered tea. There is also an Indian legend saying that Bodhidharma discovered tea. From China, tea went to European countries and then to the countries in Asia. Pranjal's father is a manager of the Kabari, a tea garden. Groups of tea pluckers are plucking tea leaves. The sprouting period lasts from May to July, yielding the best tea learns Rajbir. So, Rajbir is expecting to know more about Assam tea and its plantations and gardens while he was in Assam with Pranjal and his parents. Okay. Okay, my dears, that's all for today. We have completed lesson number 7, Glimpses of India, part 1, 2 and 3. Read the lesson carefully and watch the videos with utmost concentration. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Thank you.